What's up, everybody? I'm Paulie. And I play the drums in Death of Maps of Stars. I can't.
Brooks! The name is Brooks. I got it! His name is Brooks. Yes! I knew it had... Hey, you totally lied to me. You said that I was way far off with wood. Brooks sounds like wood, dude.
So we've been recording drums for the past couple of months now, and I've been coming back from school every once in a while, and when we're on my vacations, winter break and spring break and stuff, we've been hammering them out, getting a lot of songs done. It's been tiring, it's been taking a lot of time, but it's definitely worth it. It's been an awesome experience. It's been a lot of fun, and I feel like I'm getting more out of it that way, as opposed to just coming into a studio and getting it done within an hour. There's something more to having a song that you invested a lot into, that you put your heart and sweat into. So it's been a lot of fun. It's definitely been a little complicated sometimes when I come in and I end up going for a couple hours and then I'm getting exhausted and then I'm making more mistakes, and it can be frustrating. But I think I developed a bit of a caffeine addiction during the process, so I got it done, and it was all worth it for sure. It's been a lot of fun. Right now we're on 2 songs to go for me, actually, and it's just been great. I have absolutely no regrets. It's been a blast, and I'm looking forward to finishing it and hearing it all up. It's gonna be a good time. So I actually started out with Death of Maps of Stars when I was in another band here in Eden with my cousins, and Dave had been playing bass for the band, and we met through that, and we'd been jamming together for a while with Here in Eden, and eventually he asked me to come and do a show to cover for the drummer that they had before, and we hit it off great, and it was a good time, and ever since then I've been the drummer now, so it's fun. It's a good time. I love playing with Death of Massive Stars. If I can say the name correctly, I love playing with DOMS because they're great. I love the guys in the band. It's never a dull time coming to the house, whether we're recording or writing or whether we're playing a show. It's just we love to goof around. We love to have fun, and I think that's really what it's all about, is really enjoying the music, having other people enjoy it, and making something out of it, making memories out of it. So it's really been a lot of fun, and it's always good to come to a show and just kick ass. So it's always cool. We get to play with some really good bands. We get the energy pumping in the room, which is awesome. I love when people are headbanging to our songs and starting moshes. It's a cool feeling that you don't always get in different settings. So it's really cool to be a part of the band, and I'm glad to be a part of it, proud to be a part of it. Some of my first influences probably weren't drummers that most people would be influenced by very heavily. Started out listening to a lot of Beatles, a lot of Guns N' Roses. Not that they're not good drummers; they're great drummers, but it's just it wasn't anything ridiculous when I started. I started when I was 10, but then later on I got really into Avenged Sevenfold. The Rev he was amazing. I loved him, and then. Been moving on. I like Neil Peart a lot. Obviously, everybody does. Stuart Copeland, I learned a lot from, actually. I don't know. It's always been very heavily rock influenced, alternative, and then later I got into more metal and a lot more hardcore music, but it took a while to get to there. So my early influences are definitely in the rock roots, the alternative roots. So one of my favorite things about the time that I've been spending with DOMS and the whole process of recording this album is I've actually been able to partake in a lot of writing. Eric and I were just talking earlier today about how we pretty much together wrote a good chunk of 6 of the songs, and it's just been a blast because it's always fun to partake in playing in different shows and doing this, but you don't always get the chance to write a lot of what's going on, and it's really cool that we've come up with so much so quickly, because it takes a long time to write songs sometimes. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of thinking, and Eric and I go down there for 5 minutes and we come up with a riff, and we're like, okay, where do we put that? And then we find another thing to slide it into, and then in an hour or 2 hours we have a full song, and it's bumping. So it's just been a lot of fun. We fit really well together. It's like a perfect mold, and it's just really cool. I really like it. So I'm not gonna give too much away about the album yet, but there's been a couple of the songs that we've been writing and recording that have really stuck out to me. Ball and Socket was one of the first ones that I had a really strong influence in the writing process of, and it was just a lot of fun. It was really cool. We got to write it, we got it done, and then we played it at a show like a month later, and it was just awesome to finally get something that I had such a big part of out and into the DOMS world, into the universe of Death and Master Stars. It was really cool, and it was just a good feeling. It was fun. And then I'd say probably my favorite one. It's hard to pick because they're different. Like there's a lot going on in this album, but my favorite one's probably one of them that we just finished writing, Ezra. That one kicks ass. That one's a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to playing it live. I'm looking forward to hearing it like 10 times a day. So it'll be good. Yeah, I think the reason why I like Ezra so much is because the parts that it has are just. They're constantly kicking you in the head. Like they're just awesome. You want to jump, you want to jam to the whole thing, but it's kind of just firing back and forth. It's like you're at one part, boom, another part. You're jamming out. You're like, this is awesome. Boom, another part. Boom, another part. And you're like, oh, well, that went by really fast. It's actually one of the longer songs on the album. So it's just it's really cool. It's full of a lot of surprises, and it's just a really good song. I really like it a lot. Tommy's been busting his ass since the beginning of this. Actually. He's been a bit of an angel. We started out the first day we were recording, and we spent so long getting the tone of the drums, getting them tuned up, getting the mics placed in the right spot, and anything that you'd have to do when you first start recording. And I just kind of figured that would be it. Like, we do it once and it's all set. Maybe we'd have to retune the drums every once in a while. But we ran into some technical difficulties almost every time that we came to record. Just someone bumped a mic, or the drums got too far out of tune, or something was wrong. And Tommy's just been absolutely awesome. I like coming down, running upstairs, coming back downstairs, checking, moving the mics, making suggestions. Am I hitting the wrong way? Am I hitting it a different way? Like, what could possibly be the problem? What are you doing, Paulie? He's been very patient and really doing a great job. Actually, I finished playing a part, and I go upstairs, and my ears are ringing. I don't even know what's happening, and I put my headphones on to see what he hears through the other end. And I'm like, wow, like this sounds really good. And he's been doing a really great job, and he's been impressing me, and it's been tough for both of us, but we're working together, and he knows how to diffuse a tense situation, always throwing some good jokes in there, so it's a good time. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, well, you're in the bathroom vicinity, is what you're trying to tell me.
I was in the bathroom.
Oh, you're all good. God. I was in the poo-poo train. Well. Yeah.
My favorite show, it's hard to say what my favorite show was, but I'd probably say Sub T. It was really cool. It just felt like a pretty intimate setting. Everyone was kind of pretty close up to us, and it was just a lot of fun. We really kicked it that time. We really had a good show. And I also really liked my first show that I played with DOMS too, because I absolutely murdered one of the songs in the middle of it. We start kicking it, and I can't hear what Eric's doing, and he's like looking back at me. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how to drum. So it was a good experience. It's fun to look back and laugh on, but it was still a good show too, which was hilarious. We actually still had a good time. So yeah, those are probably my favorite shows so far. Looking forward to a lot to come. I'm kind of hoping this is going to be one of the records that people could pop in at, any time of the day when they're just like, they're coming home from work and they're pissed because the clients are treating them like shit or something, and they, hop in their car and they're like, this is BS. They throw on some DOMS and then they're just like, yeah, they're just kicking it, you know what I mean? Just definitely just get into it and let out some frustrations, but also just jam, like something you want to play when you're getting ready to play, you get pumped up, going to the gym or something, something that you turn to. I'm looking forward to the album. I know I'm gonna be listening to it all the time, and I really hope that when everybody's listening to it, it's gonna be one of those things where they listen to a track and then they listen to it again, they listen to it a third time, and they go like, damn, like that's it's really cool. I didn't notice about that the first time. It's just one of those things that you just keep listening to and keep enjoying. It's just, I know it will be one of those tracks, will be one of those albums, and I'm excited for it.
I killed it. Hey, how'd that interview with Benny go? I heard he's a real professional.
Hey everybody, welcome to Benny's first ever episode of Benny's Bullpen. I have a special guest for you today, and it is Paulie from Death of Massive Stars. Come on in, Paulie! Woo! Alright, Paulie, first things first, how you doing today?
Well, I mean, shit, Benny. Do you remember me asking you what I had to wear for this interview?
Yeah, nice tropical stuff.
Yeah, dress tropical. What? I mean, there's snow on the ground, Benny.
Well, we have palm trees.
Palm trees.
Alright, Paulie, so we're gonna ask you a couple questions here, alright?
Right on.
Alright, so first things first, who would you let punch you square in the fucking face?
Square in the fucking face. Anybody in the world punch you straight in the fucking face? I'd probably let you do it, Benny.
All right, right on. So, I've seen you play a few shows with Death Map Stars. How is it? Like, what's your adrenaline before and after the shows?
Well, before the shows, I'm usually getting myself jacked up on some good caffeine, and then I get the butterflies all up in my tummy, and then we hop on stage, and I'm just like, rah, and kicking it. So it's a good old time, yeah.
Oh, you's good. It's okay. How many days have you gone without showering?
How many days have I gone? Well, I think I busted that streak this week at 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dirty. Can you fit your whole fist in your mouth? And if so, do it right now.
I could try.
Do it. Close enough. Who is your favorite fucking Spice Girl?
My favorite Spice Girl? The first one.
Name, please.
No.
I'm sorry. Okay, so if you were a porn star, what would be your porn star name?
Poundin' Pablo.
Pounding Pablo. Goodness gracious. All right then. Now, if you were in prison, what would be your prison name?
Pounded Pablo.
Jesus. Who is your favorite Power Ranger?
My favorite Power Ranger. Do I have to know his name too? Or can I just be like a color?
I mean, there's so many different Power Rangers.
The blue one. The blue one's my favorite. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I have to ask you, how was that shit that you just took 5 minutes ago?
Dude, I feel good after that shit. Like, I went inside, I got my jacket on, I kicked this fucking snow off my shoes, and I took a good shit.
Did you wipe?
Yeah.
You sounded hesitant.
No, I just had to, I was thinking about it, yeah.
Oh, okay. So far, you're on fire today. Who do you hate the most?
Huh? Who do I hate?
Who do you hate the most?
Who I hate the most? I really hate Trump right now. He's just, I don't like his face. I don't really care about anything else. Just his face. It's really upsetting.
Yeah, a lot of people can agree with you out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get down to the personal questions. So in case all the ladies want to know if you're single, are you single?
All the single ladies, I am single. All the not single ladies, I'm single.
All right. What is your intake on tater tot?
I think that they're lovely. They're kind of like a stubby version of fries, though, so they're like the chodes of the potato world.
Why do they call you the monkey per se?
Per se? Why do they call me the monkey? Well, because the first day that I met Eric, I was downstairs in the bathroom, and I was wiping, taking care of things, and he busted the door open, and I threw it at him, so...
Oh, no. How was it recording? And also, do you like pie?
Yes. Was recording, and pie was good.
It's good. I like pie too.
Yeah.
And if you can kiss any member from Deathmatch Stars, your bandmates, who would it be and why?
I'd kiss Tommy to get all that beard all up in there. He got some good texture to his kisses, I'm sure. Yeah.
Little beard action.
Oh yeah.
Alright, there you go, guys. Alright, guys, this is wrapping it up. And Paulie, I want to thank you for coming to Benny's Bullpen. All right, bud. All right, and we're out of here.
Next time on Benny's Bullpen.
These fries are a little bit spicy. Again, with the wings. Did your wings touch these fries?
Yeah, nah. Touch the fries one bit. Oh!
I think they did. There's a little bit of bark sauce on these bad boys.
You're fucking crazy.
Did you get barbecue?
Yeah.
Or did you get buffalo? Did you get both?
Barbecue.
Oh. Get that ranch?
Ooh, 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 get it, girl.